So welcome back to Nationalist China. We're still fighting the Japanese in the front lines, and we will be seeing some help coming in our way soon enough with the German and Soviet divisions coming in to help us out as an expeditionary force, which is very interesting. So China unites. So Zhonghua Zuwei Gongheguo, which is this country over here, communists, just joined the United Front and are ready to fight. We'll chase the Japanese doubles from our lands. Very fierce. So this attack is not going too well, it seems. At least that's what it tells me. The Japanese do get a lot of bonuses to defense for some reason. I'm guessing it's because they were entrenched over here, and so they're pretty going to be pretty damn strong. And I'm guessing their troops also have a bit of artillery in them, which I cannot afford to do, at least not yet. I unfortunately am not able to see if they do, but that's what I'm guessing that is the case, because they do have a lot of attack, so at least a few of these divisions must have artillery in them, which is a very big shame that I cannot have artillery. So we do have an expeditionary force coming in from the communists, actually the ones on the other side of the border. Well, this is going to be good enough to bring in. I will actually assign them to a new army with this commander Tai Anlan with offensive doctrine, and I will bring them up at the front and assign them there. So they will be, they will be assigned throughout the entire front. The China unites. Ma Jiajun, which is this country right here, the Ma clique, of course called Ma because the leader is Ma, has joined in the fight against the Japanese. United we are strong. And this is why we didn't need anyone at that border, of course, because we just got all their troops. They're actually really shitty troops. They're all green. What kind of divisions are they? The template is Chibinjun, and it looks like actually they got changed to my standard division templates, which meant that their previously owned divisions were a little bit too small for that, because it looks like they're about half strength. So yeah, that's not exactly the best troops that I could have possibly hoped for, but it is troops nonetheless. And also they will have a few factories for us. They actually have in Qianhai, this province, they have 3 civilian factories and 1 military factory. So that will definitely help me out in constructing more buildings because of that extra bonus. Now it's actually going fairly well for us. A few of our divisions are a little bit depleted, but they've still been managing to push up against the Japanese a fair bit. We have a few reinforcements over here. I'll send them into the fight. I doubt that they will be able to do much. They will be reserves though. Once our other troops start to lose organization, they will be replaced. So the enemy has their superiority over eastern China, actually, and they're trying a naval invasion. Actually, I haven't noticed that before. They actually have infantry doing that, which means that their organization will and attack and defense will receive a huge penalty. As you can see, 70.70% penalty, which means that small amounts of troops can repel much bigger naval invasions. So I will actually send in a bit of support, because as you can see there, they appear to be doing fairly well. So I will send a few divisions in as a supportive measure. I actually believe that it is this commander. Yes, it is this commander. Hopefully they will not hopefully they will not really change their orders too much. I'll actually add all of these divisions to him. He's a field marshal. He's got 2 skill and defensive doctrine, so he doesn't really have any penalties to having a lot of troops under his command. One big strength about Nationalist China is that they start off with a lot of good field marshals. United we are strong, so we annexed Yunnan, this clique right here in the mountains. Actually, the party is the Kuomintang, so yeah. And we do have, well, these are really bad divisions. They are Juntuan, which means that they're basically they've only got like 4 brigades, or rather 4 battalions. So it's just barely a brigade of troops, and they are also green level experience with 0% modifier to their next level. But Yunnan came with 2 civilian factories and 2 military factories, so at the very least. And I will assign them to my defensive army, because that is the only thing these divisions will be good for. That is literally the only thing these divisions will be good for. So am I actually sending reinforcements to, what is this province that they're attacking? Yeah, Xiamen, okay. I definitely will want to send some troops to help out. These troops in this division aren't really doing anything, so I will send them to help out as well. I definitely don't want the Japanese to get a foothold in southern China, because if they manage to outflank us and divide our attention, and once they get off the sea, especially, they will have a big advantage. Because the Japanese do have a huge sea advantage, but as long as their troops are actually attacking us from the sea and they're not really marine troops or anything like that, they won't really... And again, this is why I don't like the AI. It doesn't really cooperate all that much, because they keep changing the orders of troops. So the Soviets have sent 6 divisions and they have arrived in Shanghai, as well as the Germans have sent 6 divisions and they've arrived in Shanghai. So I hope that they will not start a civil war in the streets of Shanghai fighting each other, but we do have at least a Panzer division, a mountain infantry division, the 20-30 Kharkovskaya Strelkovaya Divizia, so the Kharkov rifle division or mountain troops, 6 infantry divisions, but 3 of them are NKVD Pogranichная Divizia, which means that they're essentially a garrison war division, not unlike our shitty troops over here, the Juntuan, and they also have sent 2 motorized infantry from the Germans. So the Germans will definitely help us out greatly, and we also have an infantry division from the Germans, Infanterie Division. So this will definitely help out, and we have broken through in the south, and our cavalry is now free to move through. Our cavalry does have a superior speed to our infantry troops, as you can see if we bring up the combat stats. We have that the infantry have 3 kilometers an hour maximum speed, and the cavalry have 4.4. The reasoning for that is, of course, they're horse, so they're mobile infantry, and they're kind of our poor man's tank divisions. Now, all these divisions that the Japanese are throwing into the fight aren't very well organized, and I'm trying to see these divisions are actually fully organized, which is not that good, but I will still make a secondary attack over here in this province. They're bringing up a few divisions as a reinforcement, and when my cavalry arrives, I'll attempt to use my cavalry to sweep north and just cut off as much supply as possible from the enemy. Now, the Japanese are making a bit of a push against the Communist Party's troops. Now, looks like an RGG Juntuan is taking a lot of damage, and the reasoning I will not help them is, well, as much territory they take from the Communist Party, as much is basically more territory that I will later be able to annex for myself. This is the kind of the dynamics of the United Front that happened. Essentially, both sides were not too keen on helping each other sometimes, because they were still bitter rivals from the Civil War that had just kind of been set aside for the purposes of fighting the Japanese. So we also have another cavalry division, this Ma Chibing-jun. I'm guessing that since it's Ma, they've just came over from the Ma Clique. But they're still, despite the fact that they're green, so they're really bad at fighting, they're still a mobile division, so we'll still keep them up. So as you can see, we've managed to capture this secondary province from the Japanese, and I will keep moving up across the river. And they have managed to bring up an infantry division, but they were very low on organization. So I will keep attacking them. It doesn't look like I will be able to break through since they brought up a cavalry division as well, but I will keep up. Now I'll also send this division in here, the 11 Hubing Shi, which is actually a regular. So I will send it up and try to use it to hold the right bank of the river. from the Japanese. So how's it going with the naval invasion? It's actually not going very well at all. Because again, my troops are just not being reinforced as quickly as I would like. But once the extra divisions come in, it will definitely help out, at least in slowing down the Japanese. It will maybe not stop them permanently, but it might be really good. So I will actually... This division is strategically redeploying to Nanjing, the Nanjing area. I will actually switch them, redeploy it down here. And then we also have this division, which is going up north. I will keep that there. This division is going to Nanjing as well. I will send them down to Xiamen, where the Japanese are invading. And I think I just forgot to set my clock, so I have no idea. Yeah, I did. Rip. So I have no idea actually how far we are in. I'm guessing we're about 10 minutes in. So the Japanese are repelling our attack over here, but it's serving a purpose, aka distracting these 4 divisions and keeping them there. Now they've also brought up another troop, which has meant that we need to essentially stop our attack. I'm trying to get this cavalry division to not attack the enemy here, but it's not really working out. Okay, so they finally decided to stop. So that was a fairly decent maneuver. The Germans and the Japanese, or the Germans and the Soviets have brought up their infantry and armored divisions. It looks like the German Panzer Division is going to help us out in the north. We're starting to make a little bit of headway in this province. These troops that are here have been getting swamped by our superior numbers. We have 13 divisions against 3, so they can't really hold out forever. And we actually have air support, and enemy air superiority is lower somehow. So I'm guessing the Japanese AI is really messing up their air campaign. Losses are about 1,000 apiece. And we have battle plans for... Oh, right, the fallback lines. So one thing that worries me is if the Japanese actually bring up some kind of armored division. That would not be too good for me. Now, actually, this regular division, I will bring it up to this airbase. I don't want it to fall to the enemy, and the enemy divisions over here are actually starting to take a lot of damage because they've been fighting in Beijing this entire time, so their organization has gone a lot lower. It's gotten a lot lower than what it should be. Actually, this infantry type 1, I will keep it here. As well as this Jintuan. They're pretty shitty troops, but they'll learn soon enough. We have no shortage of men to replace losses in green divisions, but we definitely have need of more experienced troops. So the more we gain that. So it looks like we've our AI has decided to attack. It's the Germans, actually, the SS division. So I will support them in this attack. Well, actually, no. It is the Soviets. Is it? Yeah, it's the Soviets. So this will definitely help out our cause if we can manage to reinforce them in the attack. Doesn't look like that happened though, because our troops were reserves and that. And I don't want my troops dispersing to the winds, so I want them here because soon enough I will have the capability to attack these sort of lower strength. I really don't want them to edit mode, division assignment mode. No, I really want a button for them to just hold on to a territory despite hold the divisions. Shortcut H. Is that it? Will they be moving around? No. No, that is not it. So it looks like the Japanese have brought up a cavalry division, and there's only a cavalry division here to protect. Now this attack is going not the best way, so I will stop it right now. I will regain my organization. I will strike again in another place. It served its purpose to hold the Japanese for a fair bit. So it looks like in this province, a few of the enemy divisions have managed to retreat, but that's good enough because that's all that I want. And essentially, I will attempt to swing up and take over Mingukuo, which is this Japanese puppet state in Inner Mongolia. Looks like in the south we have managed to deal a lot of damage to the Japanese. They have brought up a lot more troops, even a, looks like, motorized division? What is this NATO symbol? I'm guessing it's a motorized division. Koi Oheishidan. I'm guessing that is a motorized. As you can see, the penalty for amphibious landings is very great, and without Marines, really, the Japanese don't really have a chance to break through a good defense at the coast. They actually have a Marine division up here, at least so it says, this one. So that's really bad on the AI to not use it where it needs to be used. And I'm really pissed that my AI wants to send this division up north. I don't really want that to happen. So I will actually reinforce this attack. It still says that the Germans, or that the Japanese will be winning. So the German SS division is actually fighting here, which is kind of funny. So our reserves have joined the fight, and I do believe that will help out a little bit at least. Still says we're going to be losing, but I'm confident that we will eventually win that battle. Now we've researched defense in depth. I do want mass mobilization because that will increase division attrition, or decrease division attrition, and it will increase the effect of our partisans. People's Army is of course the first one, and that will later lead to infantry offensive and large front offensive, which will be very important. And we will gain the mass charge tactic, which will give us 10% more damage, at the expense of 10% more damage to our own guys, but and also plus 50% combat width. Sorry for the burp. 50% combat width. What does this mean, in case you don't know? So if we go here, we can see that the Japanese right now have 86 combat width with their divisions. So that means that they can hold 80, essentially in the front, they can fit 86 troops. And we have 81 on our side. And that's a bit of a problem because if we go and check out our troops, for example, this infantry type 1, our combat width over here is 14 on this division alone. So just imagine these 6 divisions, how much combat width they take up. Because of this, we don't really have the space, literally, in the battlefield. We don't have the space to bring up these 2 reserve divisions. So our attack is much lower in terms of efficiency. We actually have Manstein fighting alongside us. He's a Panzer Leader, Trickster, and Fortress Buster, so this will help us out very greatly because, of course, he's also got a lot of good bonuses, likely. So do our divisions gain attack from him or from our leader? Looks like from our leader because it says 20%, and I doubt Manstein is only 4 skill. I'm guessing he's at least 5 or 6, which is a shame. Let's see how much the SS division has from commander. Actually, no, plus 20%. So I'm guessing Manstein is 4 skill. I really cannot see the skill of the generals, which is a bit of a shame. The Japanese have also 4 skill general. So it looks like our AI friends are attacking here. Still, the Germans are making their move. Yeah, no, here they're getting 30%, so I'm really not sure. And the Soviets are in the reserve, so... but this is not a good attack, actually. They're attacking across a river into hills. Hills give the defender a bonus, as you can see down here. Actually, no, they give an attacker a malus from terrain. Where is it? Really? Yeah, no, minus 30%. It's quite not good, of course. Now, we're going to try to cross this river with our 13 divisions up here. It might work and might not. This we'll see soon. Now, I will send in 1 infantry division to help them out from this province, because this way they will gain the attacking from multiple directions modifier to help out against the enemy. Really? Actually, they have a much higher chance that this Soviet division will reinforce because it is an NKVD division. And the NKVD have a plus 30% bonus to reinforcement, so that is really good for them to be reserves. Essentially, what this means is that if you look here at the reserves, my reserves, for example, have a 4% of reinforcing the front line because they are over the combat width of 96. These 8 divisions are already taking up all of the space. And our commanders have these 6 in reserve, and they will basically they have a 4% chance of reinforcing every combat turn, aka every hour, so that is not that high of a chance. And as you can see, the NKVD division has already reinforced, and they've brought up a another infantry division, but that is a 0% chance of reinforcing the front line. So yeah. So it looks like in Beijing we're about to defeat the Japanese attack that has been going on since the beginning of the war, pretty much. And they have low supply actually, which is really good because they brought up. Oh shit! So the Japanese have landed in Shandong. Actually, there is a naval base here which wasn't protected, which is a huge mistake on my part. So that is a very big oops. Thankfully, we have reserve divisions down here. I will try to make a front line, and it looks like the Soviets may also be helping out with some of their troops. I have some troops that are redeploying to the north, and I will redeploy them to actually Shandong province, because I really don't want the Japanese getting too high of a foothold in our land. So I will attempt to repel them back into the sea. And they've brought up 2 cavalry divisions. So what kind of divisions are they? It looks like just standard cavalry. So not too dangerous, but also if left unchecked, they will be able to easily outflank us. So I don't want that to happen. I still have about 6 divisions in the Nanjing area that I can use to reinforce. The Japanese naval landing in the south has been mostly defeated, it seems. Yeah, okay. Now, our attacks in the north aren't really paying too much dividends, but in the south, the combat is going definitely our way. There are 7 Japanese divisions that are reserves in this province, so that they're kind of worrying me. But other than that, yeah. So the Japanese have brought up 13 divisions, which is a lot. And they also have a lot more. So Zhukov is helping us out here with his mounted infantry, which looks like stopped fighting. Where's the Soviet mountain division? There, it's over here, and it's just resting. So we have finally managed to defeat the enemy from this part of the forest. Does look like they have a bit too many divisions over here, but I will make an attempt anyway. They have 7 divisions and 3 in reserves. They're all really low on organization though, so they might actually falter and fall, especially if we bring in these extra 6 divisions from our southern flank. And this will definitely help us out. Yep, some of their divisions are already retreating, so that is good. Hopefully the Soviets or the Germans decide to help us out with a attack of their own, because their troops are probably going to be way better than mine. I will also use this Chibinjun from the south to just gain that extra more attacking from multiple directions. Still says we're gonna lose, but I will still persist there in the attack. Now I'll actually keep a few of these divisions that are lower on organization out of the fight because of me wanting to oh shit, they're bringing up a lot of troops. I definitely need to bring up reinforcements to the south. I don't want the Japanese to get a lot of ground down there. I'll actually send in some divisions from Nanjing as well. At least 1 division to Qingdao, which is the support province to the south. I really don't know how that happened, that the Japanese were able to do that. Actually, one of my divisions is moving by sea to Beijing for some reason. I have no idea what they're up to, but our divisions in the south have managed to repel the Japanese naval invasion, so I will be able to send in some reinforcements to the north. Perhaps these 2 infantry divisions. Now the fact that Beijing has held out is really good because of the fact that now we have some extra troops actually to do whatever we want. We'll try to make an attack over here against these 2 infantry divisions. I doubt that it will succeed in the long run, but it might distract a few of these Japanese troops that are in this province to the west. So we also have low supplies where units are running low on supplies. looks like this province is low on supply, but that does not concern me at all. In the south, the Japanese have brought up, looks like, 15 divisions, which is not good. I really don't want that to happen. Now, I will actually assign... I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that, but I will assign a front line over here with these troops, along with these guys as well. I'll assign these divisions to the front line, but I will also... Are these guys defending anything? No, so I will keep them there. I'll also select these other troops, except these two guys, that are going north to reinforce. And these troops then I will make a new army, because I don't want them to have a problem with that now. Of course, there is a port that is undefended in the south, which is a bit of a shame. There we go. That should be fine enough. And I will give them a commander, Sui Hue. And these troops definitely need to be here. So with that, I will conclude this episode, and I will see you in the next one, where we will continue the war against Japan. We will try to make some sort of effort happen against these Japanese forces in the left flank of the Beijing front. And I will continue my attacks in the east. So yes, I will see you then.